What's up, Michael here with another video, and I'm going to be talking about the progress I've made in the last 2 years since joining Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy. So let's get into it. In the last 2 years of starting Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, I have performed for probably over thousands of people as a solo artist. I've helped make some pretty amazing moments for people, especially my grandpa in the hospital, getting to sing a song for him when he hasn't really been around people much, or just gotten to be outside and just giving that moment to him. So I want to talk about that a little bit and the progress and since starting the course. So let's get into it. So I was writing a post in Ken Tamplin's forum, as I do about once a week. I typically try to post in there, try to help people answer questions and also just show my progress and get some questions of my own answered. And so I was thinking back that I started Ken Tamplin's program in August 2021, and I was doing a post about my progress thus far to just try to motivate some people who were first starting out. Like, I would have liked to see a post similar to this, and I just didn't, but I just think it could have been helpful to see something like that and believe that, hey, by committing to this, it actually will work, but it takes a lot of hard work and focus and dedication to it.
I just came from an event where I was basically shouting at the top of my lungs to try to have a conversation with people. So you would think that you want the vocals to rest, which is true. We want to recover and get good sleep and take care of our health, but also every day I want to do vocal exercises. So here we go, let's get to it.
So let's talk about some of the accomplishments I've had since starting Ken Tamplin's Vocal Academy course, August 2021. Keep in mind with the course, it's at the time he has a different structure for how he sells it now, but at the time I just made a one-time purchased the course and started taking like the video lessons one by one just to understand the concepts, and then I also applied the audio exercises that come along with the course. I put those on my phone and would do those every day. Typically I'd be in my car driving somewhere. Maybe you're driving to work, from work every day at the end of the day, maybe, because it's tough to sing first thing in the morning. Typically in my case, actually, because I didn't like doing vocal exercises in my apartment because I have people next to me, people underneath me, and so, because we're on the second floor, I would go run an errand, such as going to drive and get gas or go to the grocery store, and I would do vocal exercise on the way to and from the store. And that's just, I would fit them in every day any way I could, basically. And so I would do that for about 30 minutes, and then the additional 30 minutes I would play some music. But for me, I guess like the bar I would have is just do 30 minutes a day, and usually it would go over that, but I try to set a pretty low realistic expectation. And then some days it will be 30 minutes minimum, some days it'll be 2 hours. So that's why I say on an average every day doing exercises for about an hour. There's definitely days I've skipped along the way, so it's really like not true that it's every day, but you kind of get the idea. Another thing I did before I get into the accomplishments is I took 2 lessons in person with Ken Tamplin. In each lesson came prepared with what I wanted to work on, and he helped me in the first lesson get the fundamentals, just making sure I'm doing the exercises correctly, placing the vowels in the throat correctly, and supporting the breath correctly. In the second lesson, it was more refining and being able to play and sing at the same time and doing it well. And so that was really the second lesson. And my next one, I haven't done it yet, but eventually I want to book a lesson with Ken in the next few months here. And that one will be focused really on developing me more into an original artist. And so that my questions will be geared kind of around that, making sure I'm on track with the things I've been doing during live performances, building stamina, because it's to sing for 3 hours straight and not lose some of those abilities to have a smooth vibrato, hit your pitch every time. That's challenging when you're singing for 3 hours. So, I mean, that's challenging for anyone if you're not an accomplished vocalist. So that's something I'll probably talk to him more about as well. And so, enough of that rambling on. Let's talk about a few of the achievements just that I've had from taking this course and how it's benefited me. Firstly, I left my acoustic duo in April 2022. We were playing for about a year, or a little more than that, at restaurants and private events around where I live in Orange County. And we decided to split up mutually, and I still had some shows booked. And so for those shows that were booked, I said, you know what? I think I can do this. I've been taking KTVA for less than a year, but I was taking it for several months. And so this is a big step, but I'm going to start performing my own shows. And I'm just going to do them with the existing shows that are already booked. And so that's what I did. It was a huge step to just be singing on my own and play, but I already knew the guitar parts, right? So I already had that foundation of the guitar, which was the hard part, is to have all those chords memorized, which I basically did. But, you know, I had chord charts, so I used my phone to look at the chords with the lyrics. So just adding that new element, I mean, you're adding a new instrument, which was the voice, and that was the new challenge for me. But I was able to do it and get by for my first show, and it was okay, and it started to just get better with each show. And the great thing about having these shows was that I had a commitment and a goal to look forward to, and I had a reason to keep doing my vocal exercises every day, because I wanted to make that next show better than the last one. And that was, now talking about it, that was really what happened.
Can't you see that I love you? I'm simply trying to tell you that I can't without it.
Some other achievements, moving on. I've since been regularly booked at Marriott hotels, private events, restaurants, so I can book more shows if I want to, but currently I'm at a good place with my bookings, and that has created a lot of great memories with people coming up to me after the show, thanking me, saying that it helped turn their day around because they had, you know, experienced a loss in their family, but to come here and unwind and then have someone sing music to them. Live music has these effects on people that's truly amazing, and to play an active role in that is very rewarding. I played, I think, 3 private, probably 4, probably more than that, but I put 3 private events, including 2 weddings. So those were total really fun experiences. Like I mentioned previously, my grandpa was in the hospital several times, actually during COVID as well. He couldn't even see people during COVID times. And finally, when restrictions were lifted, I was able to go into the hospital, and he hadn't been outside in months. He just sees it from his window. But I could bring my guitar in, and even though I was wearing a mask, I could sing for him and play music. And being hardly able to move and speak, he was able to tap his toes, just his foot, move it forward, backward while laying down in bed, just showing that he was enjoying the music, and that was very rewarding. As I kind of mentioned, is that I've made tons of, you know, new connections with people, made some beautiful friends out of performing music, and it's just the start of that, and it's been really fun. And then starting to write my original music, and I've noticed that for me personally, to have a creative outlet, like for anyone, it seems like to be very helpful. And in my case, music is that creative outlet for me, and so I've started writing more music too, and that's been very helpful for keeping me centered, I guess, and focused. I've been in transitioning jobs right now since March 2023, and over the last 4 months, I've used my income from music to help me help supplement my income and not have to touch my savings to pay bills, which is really cool. So all of this is to say that me applying myself to this course, to Ken Tamplin's course 2 years ago, was something I didn't think would introduce me to all the things that it has so far. And I think that it was the way this happened was a combination of being committed and driven and knowing what I want, and then number two is having the right knowledge to help get me to the next step. And so I believe that's what I found with working with his information from him. And so can't say enough good things about it. And really, he's not telling me to create this video. I'm just doing it for my own YouTube channel because I like to post and share my background of anything music related. So if you found this video interesting, comment any of your thoughts you have on it. Subscribe to my channel to see more music related content, like the video for the algorithm, and we'll see you in another video soon. Take care.